All right. Hi, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. Had some other things to take care of, and I started this kind of weird, but that's okay. All right. So this is the well, Sec SecDef is making some remarks at a ceremony. We're not even going to get into that. This is all about the old guard and the formation that they have, and I just wanted to quickly highlight a few things that some people might not be aware of. So I'll let this play and I'll talk over. Turn that down. So you can see here there's flags in the background. Now this is unfortunate. This soldier was not trained all that well. So I get it when you are carrying a flagstaff and you have nobody beside you and you've got a flag in your face completely surrounding you. Sometimes that's the one of the worst things in the world. It's in front of everybody, especially here. This the services leadership come up on the reviewing stand later on, but I mean we're talking the top people. It's SecDef and Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, Sergeant Major of the Army, the outgoing and the incoming, and you don't want to make any mistakes whatsoever. So I understand why he's holding the silk. So a flag is called a silk in general, because they were all made out of silk at one time. But that's not proper technique. So you're holding the flagstaff. You let the flag go. The flag is to fly freely when you're at carry, or what ceremonially we call right shoulder. So you're at right shoulder and the flags are on your face. Left hand is free. Just bring it up, throw it out of the way, toss it to your left. Try not to cross over like that, but toss it to your left. If you have to do it again, you have to do it again. But you need to be able to see. There's no other way to do it. Sorry, you can't use your X-ray vision and go through the silk. It just doesn't happen. All right, so that's not a good thing, not at all. So you can see the honor guard company coming in, and what's interesting is the Army uses this type of C fist. And I'm not talking about the letter C. I'm talking about C fist as in ceremonial fist. So we cup our hands in the military. We don't make a fist. Even putting the thumb at the front is a fist. We cup our hands, which means that there's a gap here in the fingers. So a few rifle angles off here, as we can see, as the companies come in, and then here's more. Here's the flags. So flags is a separate element. It's not part of colors. They're carrying flags, and there you go. You moved your hand up. Good job. So it's all the state and territory flags for the U.S., and they form a kind of a backdrop behind all of the formations, and the formations. They're spread out and majestic, and then you have these uniforms here, plus there's the presidential salute battery in the background there. They give off the salute, the gun salute. Gun salutes aren't fired by rifles. That's a three volley salute. Comes from our history. And then there's espontoons here, and there's one halberd. Where is he? Oh, there. So here's the espontoon that the drum major of the Fife and Drum Corps uses. And then that's the Commander in Chief's Guard. There's another video. I could not remember the name of the formation in the older uniforms. So there, Commander in Chief's Guard. So I'll pause it right here. If we can see, oh well, you can barely see it there. That's a halberd device on top, and then these don't look exactly like the drum major's espontoon, but they are symbols of authority, position. way back when, and I and they would actually put two S pontoons together, wrap something around them, and use them as a litter, carrying people off the field. Anyway, so they're going through the dressing sequence here. There we go. There's the two halberd bearers. So after we'll go here. There we go. Continental Color Guard. It's I just find the historic movements that they use for not only the Continental Color Guard but the Commander-in-Chief's Guard really quite fascinating. And then here you can see we have colors tucked with the strong grip, what the Marine Corps really calls the strong grip. It's the ceremonial grip of choice, really. Here's the bear paw. It's a similar type of grip that that Colors uses, but you can see here flags. Most of them are tucked, but some aren't. You'll see a couple here and there that aren't. Now this is the V grip, another V grip, strong grip, V grip. So yeah, not exactly standardized across the element there. And what I find interesting as well is the Commander-in-Chief's Guard always has their heads turned towards the center, which it's just interesting to me. So after listening to the voice at Marine Barracks, Washington for so many years, that really has ruined me for any other announcers. I think it was violinist for the Marine band, and I'm just the perfect announcer's voice. Not that everybody else is terrible. It's just, you know, once you get that certain level of well, sheer perfection, really, that his voice was just absolutely incredible. Once you get there, though, then the rest is kind of just tolerable. So let's see if we can. Oh yeah, this is. So you can see here, the silk does what the silk does. It's not going to play well sometimes. So he's going to order there, and he just does it with extraordinary skill. Of course, you'd have to be very skilled to have that position. The standard bearer for that element there.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking the reviewing stand are the reviewing officials for today's ceremony. General James C. McConville, 40th Chief of Staff of the Army, and the 16th Sergeant Major of the Army, Michael A. Grinston.
So there's Chief of Staff, Sergeant Major. Oh, let's pause right here. So these PC bearers will come up onto the reviewing stand in just a minute. But now you can imagine being a PC bearer. So PC in this case stands for personal color. So we have Secretary of the Army there, the Chief of Staff, there's the SecDef, and then I believe this is incoming Chief of Staff, and then also incoming Sergeant Major. Now that they're in place, now you see the PC bearers coming in and standing. That's very typical for military ceremonies of this nature, where the PC bearer follows the that individual. So PC stands for personal color and also for positional color. So all of those are positional colors. That's so there's the salute battery giving the salutes for the highest salutes for the SecDef. So there we go. There's the there are the color bearers right there. So these are all positional. This is Sergeant Major, and I'm going to guess that they're in this that they're standing right behind. So Sergeant Major of the Army, and then Chief of Staff, and then the Secretary of the Army, Secretary of Defense, and then I don't know, quite possibly the incoming. Then yeah, I don't know why there'd be two of the same type of flag there. So I don't know flags as well as Professor Flag. He'd be able to go bip 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 and just identify each one. I get that. So and the arrangement here on the reviewing stand's also interesting. You know, it's more out towards the center, so I can get that. It's not all that often that you have the incoming and outgoing chiefs of staff and sergeant majors, so it's probably a special setup. But so interestingly though, the PC bearers, they are, I'll let this play, might as well. So the PC bearers there, they are going to stand at right shoulder throughout the entire ceremony. When everybody else gets to exercise, you know, they go to parade rest, they come to attention, they go to ceremonial at ease, they come to attention, they go to present, they go to order. All these different movements, it's a form of what's called exercise. You know, when you're standing in a formation like this at the ceremonial level for drill, you go to ceremonial at ease for a little while, and then the commander, if there's a delay or something, the commander will turn around, give everybody attention. You don't go to at ease. You don't. You have to maintain that certain level all the time, just in case. So you'll go to attention, go back to ceremonial at ease, maybe do that a couple of times, get the blood flowing again. You know, wiggle your toes, and a couple other techniques, you know, squeeze your butt cheeks, things like that. And there goes flags down to order. They're going to quickly tuck, go to the ready cut position, and then you get flags ready cut. So there's a difference between flags and then here colors. So it's, let me pause. We missed it, but I'm going to go back. I want you to hear what the command is. All right, so I'll turn this up. So they give ready cut. So you really can't hear it necessarily, but because they're so far away from the mics. And then they have that particular stance, which is it looks really cool.
Chaplain, Brigadier General William Green Jr.
So anyway, flags is a separate element. The commands for flags is flags, carry flags, when colors is going to be right shoulder. It's not, it's different, it's separate, and they have to be separated from the rest of colors. They're a colors type of element, and they're sound off here, and the band, the Army band, and then the fife and drum corps play. It's just it really is. There's the inspection of the troops by the outgoing, and then what's really cool is that the commander gets coined by the outgoing chief of staff. Pretty neat. Coined during the ceremony. That's neat. So then we have the pass and review. And during the pass and review, we'll watch, there's colors coming up. I'm going to round the corner and then come down the, what the Air Force calls the bomb run. I don't know what anybody else calls it. I just know the Air Force term. So everybody goes to eyes right as they pass in review. It's pass in review, hyphenated, not pass and review. And that seems like a logical term, pass and review. You're passing, they are reviewing. I get that, but it's pass in review. So we'll go to flags. There's flags. And as flags come, well, a little bit too far. So as flags come up, sorry, just should have left it play. As flags come up behind, they move in a straight line. They're in column formation, and then they break off in fours. And another comes up, another four come up, and then they break off, and another four, and it just keeps breaking off like that. And they move forward in fours. There, here they come. So, and then you can see these the unfortunate, and they're leading as well. That's so got an officer in charge of flags, the flags element, but you should see that everybody every silk flying on its own. And so here they're shoulder to shoulder. So really, there's no reason to carry or to grip the silk. So anyway, that's unfortunate. And then everybody speaks and speaks and speaks and speaks and speaks, and then so it's a 2-hour ceremony. And what's interesting is everybody's out there for the whole 2 hours. And then you have the PC bearers. Let's can we see the PC bearers anywhere? Don't know. Oh, well, the PC bearers got to leave. Hallelujah. That's fantastic. Of course, everybody's here to friends and family and officers and senior enlisted and all that to watch everything. But that's nice, actually, that everybody didn't have to stay there. That's a reprieve, honestly. All right, so that's 18 minutes of a review. Go watch the parade. It's really just something special, honestly. The Army does their special things, which is really cool. The Marine Corps does their special things. The Navy has CODA, Concert on the Avenue, that they do each summer, and there's only a couple more of those left. They finish sometime early August. That's really a neat thing. Not necessarily a parade, but and then every once in a while, the Air Force Honor Guard has their parade as well. So on the it's more towards the anniversary of my service. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this was a little explanatory and helpful. Bye.